Texas and cattle have had a long history. After the Civil War, however, cattle became more important than ever to Texas. The state was almost broke and needed a steady source of income. Luckily, in the north and the east, the need for beef was at an all-time high, and some of the most prized cattle, such as Texas Longhorn, were in abundance. Fort Worth was founded by the Texas Army and later used by the U.S. Army after the Mexican-American War in 1846 to 1848. After the Civil War, Fort Worth was just a small, dusty plains town, but after the Chisholm Trail became a busy highway for cattle ranchers, Fort Worth became a boom town overnight. Fort Worth was one of the last stops the ranchers made before entering Kansas. The eager city quickly began accommodating not only the ranchers, but the cattle as well, by providing stockyards to hold the cattle, to buy them, sell them, or trade them. Along with the stockyards came general stores, saloons, gambling, and prostitution. Later in 1910, and still considered the Old West, Miss Molly's was built on Exchange Avenue, the main street through town. Originally named the Palace, then through Prohibition known as the Oasis, the hotel took advantage of the stockyards boom in the 1800s and early 1900s. Soon the hotel became a high-end boarding house for wealthy cattlemen, and soon after that, a brothel. Built without electricity and indoor plumbing, water had to be hauled in buckets down the street and up the long staircase where it was put into baths or bowls and pitchers so the men and ladies could wash themselves. Miss Molly's has had numerous reports of paranormal activity through the years and is considered the most haunted site in Fort Worth. A former maid of the hotel, according to the caretaker, quit coming to the hotel due to numerous strange occurrences, like coins being left in empty rooms and things disappearing. The hotel has 8 themed rooms. Miss Amelia's room, Miss Josie's, and the Railroader room are reported to have the most activity. Miss Amelia's room is named after one of the former owners from 1924 to the 1930s. Her spirit is said to be a feminine spirit. The smell of perfume is usually an indicator that Miss Amelia is close by. Also, reports of a lady whispering or talking softly can be heard inside the room, though nobody will be staying inside the room at the time. Miss Josie is perhaps the most well-known person associated with the hotel. Miss Josie King was the last madam at the brothel hotel. Her room was the madam's quarters. Miss Josie's room was impressive for the time, having its own washroom and sitting area. Reports of activity in Miss Josie's room include the faucet turning on and the toilet flushing by itself. A couple staying in Miss Josie's room reported to the owner that around 3 a.m., they were suddenly awoken by a dark figure standing over their bed, watching them sleep. The Railroader room is dedicated to the early railroad. According to staff, the Railroader room is the most haunted. Items will appear and then disappear inside the unoccupied room. Shuffling of furniture, footsteps, and the feeling of being watched are all associated with the Railroader room, including the doors opening and closing. Reports of the Railroader room's doors not opening after being unlocked have been made. This did occur during my investigation, trapping me inside the room for half an hour. The Railroader room has also had multiple sightings of a full-bodied apparition. This ghost has been identified by multiple psychic mediums as the spirit of a cowboy named Jake, who commonly stayed at Miss Molly's and later died in the room. The caretaker of the hotel reports seeing this apparition on multiple occasions. The Wild West, the Old West, whichever you'd prefer, was a booming, rough, exciting, and adventurous time in the United States. Miss Molly's is a testament to the Old West, having been built just on the tail end of that era. A walk through Miss Molly's will transport you to an exciting time in American history. Next time you travel to Fort Worth, stop in Miss Molly's and say hello to the spirits that still call the old Cowtown Hotel home. If you like this content and would like to see more, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.